Three. Do I look all right?
Yeah, you look good.
Three. Thanks, man. 3, 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of All Bums. My name is Isaac.
I'm Josh.
There you go. And we're going to be doing an album review. Tyler, the Creator. What is the album name, Josh?
Call me if you get lost. Call me when you... No, it's if, I'm pretty sure.
If, yeah. On the post-it thing, it's got a little stamp. It says if, yeah. And we're going to be doing that. We're going to be giving our scores, our thoughts, and yeah. All right.
Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, the Creator.
Big artist.
Very big
One
artist.
of the biggest artists.
Had a strange career.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
But he's always been big. Other than Cherry Bomb, actually. Everyone forgot about that one. Although it got lots of plays on Spotify, which I was surprised
Cherry Bomb?
at. Did you ever listen to Cherry Bomb?
That was a weird noise. No, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, neither. But yeah, Tyler, the Creator, he doesn't get the most plays in the world, but he's like one of those... I don't know.
Igor was like very popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a shit ton of plays.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah.
But
his old stuff, no. Like,
yeah.
But he was like edgelord, and he was pushing the boundaries. In his early.
He ate that cockroach.
Yes, in Yonkers.
Yeah. Should we talk about Flower Boy and Igor?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
right.
I want to do that. So just in terms of the progression, just from those three albums, Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost. Flower Boy, I think, was his first really, really good project.
Yeah.
You agree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it was every song was fantastic. I just hit the mic.
Oh, I don't know if every song was fantastic.
Pretty much every song. I didn't see a single dud, really. Potholes, maybe, because Jaden
Oh,
Smith.
Potholes was cool.
Yeah, but Jaden Smith's on it. That's like...
I liked that. I didn't mind that, honestly. I thought that was one of the okay ones.
He's okay. The first track is like weirdly good.
Yeah, the Forward, honestly, my favorite song. That song's so good.
The drums on that are awesome.
And I like Tyler when he's doing all his bragging stuff and whatever else he's doing. But on that song where he actually sounds like someone who's thinking about things, he sounds introspective. I was like, that's cool. I like that song.
Yeah. So this is...
How many cars can I drive till I run out of road?
How many roads can I road? Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
But so that album is great. I think we both really, really like that album. And then Igor hits, and
It's the worst album ever.
Okay.
The worst album.
This is the elephant in the room that we need to talk about. Josh, if you had to rate Igor, we're not going to do a review on it.
Yeah.
What would you rate?
A 1.
Yes.
It's a 1. Yeah. We're doing out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
So you would give it, you know what? I wasn't crazy about it, but it wasn't a bad album. I'd give it like a 6.
What is that? A 6?
Yeah.
That's higher than...
You know what? Maybe a 5. Then what, Josh?
Than Squid. That's lower than Black Country New Road, right? Yeah, Athens, France. Though.
Yeah. No, I think Black Country's a 5. I re-rated it in my head.
These trash albums, you're like, they tried at least. They're not children.
No,
you don't have to patronize them.
Igor is not trash.
It's so bad.
Okay.
I listened to it again the other day, and it's just like nothing. It's just in one ear and out the other. You know that experimental music where it's just people going like, and like banging on stuff?
Oh, with the thongs on like pipes and they go...
Yeah, just noises or whatever. It's just noises happening, and I'm like...
But it's not, though. It's got a structured beat and everything.
It's like, oh my God. It's like people from high school tried to make an album. And he was in high school when he was making music, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, how did you regress to this point? You made Flower Boy, and then you're making like some shit that like you find with like 10 ratings, and then it gets such good ratings. I don't know what happened.
It got amazing
Igor.
reviews, yeah. So it's like overpraised, I think. It's not as good as everyone says it is. Definitely not. And everyone said it was better than Flower Boy. Like, this is his best project.
Did they really?
Yes. A lot of people said yes.
That's madness.
It was like one of the best albums of the decade. It was like up there. And
That's
not Flower Boy.
crazy.
Again, yeah, I agree.
That's crazy. Insane.
Because Flower Boy is so much better. What did you not like about Igor? Just quick review. Quick Igor review.
Okay,
super
so
quick.
His singing is so bad. The whole way through, he hardly raps at all. And when he does rap, his rap verses are really bad as well. He's usually really interesting, his verses. He mixes up his voice and his flow and everything and has good lyrics. And then this one, he's just like, blum, 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 blum. And then the instrumentals are just like boring as well. I don't care about any of it. It's just like in one ear, out the other. It's like the super offcuts, like the E-sides of your singles, so many ways down that you would never release. And that's the album. And I'm like, how? How did this happen? But the album cover's really good.
Yeah, the album cover was awesome.
Yeah, especially compared to this album.
You know, I actually like this album cover a lot.
Just the ID.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's like a very...
It rips off Viper. Because Viper had an album
Put
where
that
he just
here.
put...
How dare you, Tyler?
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of linking in something with this album that I want to talk about. Like the ID cover, it's just a real picture of an ID. Like it might be a fake ID, but it's like a real picture. And all of the instrumentation, and then all of like the even though they might have been like computer generated, they sounded real. So a lot of the drums were like realistic drums. Then there was like a real self-control with the amount of synth. Because Igor was just synth city.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and this one was like maybe a couple songs, but so many of them were just like good percussion. Just like you hear the percussion and it sounds like a real kid. And it was cool. And that was like the vibe of this album. It was just this wheel.
Nah.
It was just real, like realistic.
Thanks, Rich Evans.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You better shut up. I'm not Rich Evans. I'm not Rich Evans.
I'm definitely Mike.
You fucking.
No one's going to understand
You're
what
not
the fuck we're
Mike.
talking about.
Anyway.
Should we do ratings or?
Yeah. So
What would you rate Igor?
I give 6.
Oh, you did say that, which is madness. It's just crazy.
You know, most people would rate it like an 8 or 9.
So they're all crazy. They also rate Black Country New Road like
8 or 9,
an
yeah.
8 or 9.
Which is a little bit crazy too. That was really sad. But you don't like sad stuff. That's probably. Igor was a sad album. Maybe that was.
Oh, nah, that's not the reason why I
It's like a
disliked it.
breakup album. He's like in love with a boy, and then he kind of.
Oh, okay, that's some. Okay.
Then he's not gay anymore.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to
Yes.
talk about. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
should we do ratings first? That's actually
I
exactly.
really want to keep this in, but I don't know if we can.
We're just getting distracted constantly.
No, but that's something I noticed too, because he's talking about like having sex with like women and stuff, and like
He doesn't mention being
Kind.
attracted to men once. Like,
not once.
if you buy whatever.
Yeah.
But he's completely switched
Yeah.
to the other side.
And
and
this
I'm
is this is a theory I have too.
Was he ever gay? Like, did he ever
This is my-
explicitly say it, or did people just assume it?
I think he talked about like liking a guy in Igor.
Oh.
It's like my magic wand.
Is it
I don't know.
penis?
I think. I don't know. But anyway, he definitely talks about a guy. This is my theory, and it's probably not true. He went on it and went like, I'm a little bit gay on Flower Boy. 'Cause Flower Boy, I mean, it's like, you know, and people are like,
Yes.
yes! And he's like, all right, I'm going to turn this gay shit up for Igor. This is definitely not saying it. But I'm going to turn this shit
No,
up for Igor.
this isn't that mean. Like, okay,
And by the way, just for the... So we don't get cancelled. Not that we care, but like, I don't hate gay people, I like gay people.
yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know if it's that cynical. I don't know if he did it for like that kind of reason, but a lot of people do go through phases where they're like, what if I were bi? That's kind of cool.
Right.
I could like, you know, sleep with a man. Like,
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, people experiment or whatever, so maybe
Yeah.
it wasn't just a calculated thing. Maybe he was just going... Because he says on this album, like, I turned 23 and, like, all these tastes shift and everything, and that's why Flower Boy sounded so weird and everything like that.
Right.
Um,
But like...
he might have just been going through something, and then...
That's true, yeah.
And then now he's like, no, I'm probably into women.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. And there's another thing, it's like, it doesn't matter, any of this shit. Like, it's none of our business, A. But if you're singing about it, it kind of becomes our business. If he's talking about his sexuality, it's then it's like, what, are we not going to listen to this stuff?
But I wonder
It's
if...
just interesting.
I wonder if that... Because I only found out... I mean, I'm not a lyrics guy, but I only thought about, oh, this guy's gay because people said that. Like, oh, Tyler, the Creator's gay now. That's why he said the...
But you listened to Igor recently, yeah?
Yeah, but I didn't pay that much attention.
Put some gay lyrics here.
But it's like, if you're reading into like phallic,
Potentially gay.
Freudian new magic
No,
wand
the magic
stuff,
wand
that's like-
stuff, maybe that was
that's
a
loose.
reach. That was a reach. I think he does talk about like a guy. I think
Okay.
this was... Like,
Well, he
Clancy? Clancy. I fancy Clancy. Not Tom Clancy. Put Tom Clancy on the screen. I would not do Tom Clancy.
Well,
Maybe this one. Definitely not this one.
and there was that line on Forward where he says, thanks to all those girls for keeping my bed warm. Like, he just doesn't really care about it. Yeah,
And like
yeah.
garden shed, like he's stuck in a garden shed. Is that I don't know.
That's like a man's
Is that a
asshole or something. What are you talking
Yeah, it's
about?
a euphemism for a man's asshole, the garden shed.
That was where I was
Gotcha,
hiding.
gotcha, gotcha.
Got it, yeah.
That's a man's asshole. Didn't work, did it? Yeah, Call Me If You Get Lost. Let's do the scores.
Okay,
3, 2, 1, 7.
5. 7.
Ah,
I think our 5 and our 7 are actually equivalent.
you
Probably.
bitch, no. Okay, 7 and 5. Interesting.
This album's good.
Yeah.
It's a fine album. It's not as good as Flower Boy.
No, Flower Boy is better. It's definitely better.
What did you rate Flower Boy?
Give it like an 8.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I liked it more than you then.
Yeah, I think if it's your standard, it's like that's big for you.
I'm not saying like I'm like really. I'm just saying I'd use the lower end of the scale a lot.
Yeah, you give out ones like it's free candy.
Yes.
You're a pedophile trying to lure kids in.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Are we edgy this episode? Because we mentioned Tyler the Creator. It's his fault. 'Cause
Yes,
he's edgy.
yeah, he's an edgy guy.
And like him, we're going to get all the edgy jokes out, and then we're going to get kind of gay, and then straighten up video.
We're going to play out his career. And then the end is just where there's people yelling, and we just talk about traveling constantly.
Yeah, so that's the stuff I didn't really like about this album.
Even talking about traveling. Yeah, we're in Geneva.
Some of that stuff is cool, but I think there's way too much of just like speaking, of like people
Yeah.
like, hey!
Yes,
Rubber,
that guy
rubber.
who yells
Yeah.
constantly is so annoying,
I just want to
honestly.
listen to the song.
It's so, yeah. For some reason, you thought we wasn't going to be here. I'm like, what? Why wouldn't I think you would be here?
Why? Yeah.
What is he saying?
Like, you do you.
For you, the sky's the limit. For us, we stand on it. Like, he's
It's
just ripping.
platitudes that mean nothing.
Yeah.
But
He clearly hasn't planned this. Tyler's just like going there and yell about something. He was like, call me if you get lost.
yeah,
Just
there was
shit.
one. It was the one with Lil Wayne on the feature, which we'll
Yeah.
talk about, where he's
Yeah.
just like, got our toes out on a boat.
Oh, yeah.
That's in Switzerland, or Geneva. That's in Switzerland.
Yeah, he had to tell us where Geneva was.
Actually, yeah, like that. Get rid of that. But I actually kind of like that, like relaxed kind of thing.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes it works.
On the first 2 songs, he's yelling so much, and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like when I first heard this album, I was like, please, dude, why did you hire this guy? He's so annoying.
Also, so many songs on this thing.
Yeah.
So many. And
Which
so,
is not a bad thing, but
No,
it's a
no.
bad thing if you're reviewing the album.
Yes.
So feel pity for us.
because we have to remember all this stuff. But so many songs go for like 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes 40.
Yeah.
And for me, like the songs don't have a lot of depth to them. If
Some
you
of
know,
them.
some like the ones that are 2 minutes 30, like most of them, in my opinion. But it's just enough time. Where it's, if you made it 3 minutes, I would have been gone. 2:30, I'm happy. It's like because
So it doesn't have much going for it. And
I think it's like a small little vignette of an idea that's nice. It fits, and then he's got the bigger ones at work.
Yeah,
I like
the long one's good.
I like the short form stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of them have nothing going for them, though. Like the first song.
You reckon?
So Baudelaire.
Okay.
It's just like,
Let's
the sun beaming, and then it's just like a minute and a half, and it's just nothing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care about this song at all.
It was
guy
fine.
yelling.
Yeah, it sets the mood of the album up decently fine, but it's basically an interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
And then the next song is just a bunch of shit going on. The next song is like straight off Igor as well.
What's the second song?
A Corso, and it's got the piano, like the boom, 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 boom.
I liked Corso.
It's got some good bits, like DJ drama. Can you turn the noise up? Can you turn the noise up?
Oh yeah,
That bit's cool.
Yeah.
There's some good lines, like she says something about the Royce, and I'm like, which one? Like that bit's cool.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about Tyler the Creator is
Yeah.
he has these rap verses, and it
He
sounds so.
fucks around with it.
Yeah, he switches up his flow and everything. It sounds so juvenile, but he just has good lines that I'm like, that's a cool line. It's
Yeah.
a cool thing to say.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not good rap analysis, but anyway. That's why I like Tyler.
On Juggernaut, he like pronounces stuff weird. He's like, "Ooh, he does like a, ooh, I think it's Juggernaut.
I know on one of them he says, we don't care about the shittity battles. Tug of war with X and Y like a custody battle.
No.
Juggernaut, he puts on a weird voice.
Is it Juggernaut? No, is it Juggernaut with the weird voice?
He puts on, that's the one with Pharrell and Lil Ugly Mane.
No, Lil Uzi Vert, right?
No, that's,
Yeah, Juggernaut's Lil Uzi Vert.
shit. Yeah, oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah, no,
Lil Uzi
no.
Vert. Not Lil Ugly Mane, no, he's not on this album.
I wish.
Okay.
Lemonhead's next.
Yes, Lemonhead's cool.
Yeah, I like
Lemonhead's
Lemonhead a
cool.
lot. I love the
Oh,
instrumentation.
you say Pandemic?
Yeah.
That bit's cool.
Like that shit's awesome. Yeah, it was good. But like it was a short one, right? Yeah, it was like relatively
Yeah.
short.
I don't lean, but my house do. It's a good song.
Yeah, the trumpets are like they make that track. It's honestly a good song. Very good.
It's like he used to upload songs that were just cool with some strong bass line like Okra and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that
like
didn't
Okra a
really end
lot.
up on an album. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is like one of those. It's just a good song. This album is kind of scattershot. This whole
Yeah.
album. The sequencing is really weird. There's
Yeah.
a few like good songs, but a lot of sections that are just like, what happened here? And then like the opening and closing is like, why do you open and close? I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, like Manifesto, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it belongs on this.
No, Manifesto sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst song.
Why not even up to that? Oh
The
my!
beat is terrible.
You don't
But
like
anyway.
it at all?
No, not at
I
all.
like the opening where he's like, "You need to put the fuck up."
Oh yeah,
Shut
yeah,
the
that
fuck-
bit's
and
good.
then it,
Yeah.
like,
You
comes
need
in.
to talk about
Yeah.
yeah. That bit is good, but
Yeah.
the beat sucks and Domogenesis sucks. He has a good second verse. I forget exactly what he says, but it's good.
We'll get to that when we get
Yeah.
to Manifesto. What's the next song? Fourth song.
What's your name?
Well, I like this
Girlfriend,
one a
what's your
lot.
name?
I like this one a lot.
I think this is the hit. I think this is the See You Again, even though it's not as good.
See You Again is so fucking good.
yeah, that song's awesome.
Can I get a kiss? Can you make it last forever? Just say I'm about to go to war. I just sing the whole song. Lumberjack's next. Lumberjack was awesome too. The beat on Lumberjack.
I don't like Lumberjack.
You didn't like Lumberjack?
No, what's the one he's like, shout out to my mother and my father never pull out, like at the start?
Yeah, but it's like... It's like the drums are sweet on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't, it's like, you made a beat, you threw it together. I didn't really care about it.
Okay.
It was kind of shitty.
But with the beats on this, like, what are you feeling so far? Like the fifth song...
It's not that good, honestly, especially because Flower Boy was awesome. Even that was never, but it was pretty good.
The beats on Flower Boy weren't amazing.
I loved Forward. I loved Who Dat Boy.
Oh, Who Dat Boy is really unique.
That's a cool instrumental. I liked it. It had a cool like vibe going through the whole album. That's another thing about Flower Boy is like as an album, it was really cool. Not just for the average quality of songs, but like put all together, had a unique flavor.
Yeah.
And it all fit together well and it
Yeah.
mixed it up enough. But yeah, it was pretty good. Whereas this one is just like a bunch of shit. It sort of feels like Flower Boy offcuts. It also feels like he just made this album.
Just to that, it feels way more like Flower Boy than it does Igor.
Yes, which thank God.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, okay, he made Igor, gets such a good reception, and then he's like, fuck that. Now I'm going back to Flower Boy.
Which is really interesting.
Thank God,
Yeah.
like he didn't make another Igor.
A huge part of me is like, this is going to be just synths, and it's going to be just like wigs, like a blonde wig, and you know, it's...
Oh yeah, he did have that wig, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, there were skits released for this album. We should talk about how shitty those are. How terrible.
Here's this very, like, 2 seconds of the skit, but it's, one of the skits is like him on a train, and he like wants to order one of the two things on the menu, and so he goes to the waitress, he's like, I want the salmon or something? Yeah, he wants the salmon. It's like crusted salmon. And then she's like, oh, we don't have that, we're out of that. And then he's like, why would you tell me you have it if you didn't? And she goes, well, some excuse. And then he goes, I'll get the braised beef. And she goes, let me check if we have that. Someone else comes in and says, we don't have the braised beef. So it's just a waste of time.
It's not funny at all.
It's not funny at all.
It's like trying to be a comedy skit. And I never watched the Adult Swim show, but I feel like if that's the level of his comedy, it's
Lotus
fucking
Squad
terrible.
is fucking hilarious.
Is it really? It's actually
so
good.
funny.
So why is this so bad in comparison?
Lotus Squad, dude. Okay. Oh, we can talk about Lotus Squad. Actually, can we talk about Lotus Squad?
Yeah. I do want to know about it.
If you don't know, Lotus Squad was a comedy show that Tyler and the Wolfgang,
Odd Future
Wolfgang Kill Them All, which is like the collective name, they all put together, and it's an Adult Swim. It's so funny because it's the most bootleg show ever. they just did a parody of like Storage Wars where one guy goes, "Yaw! Yaw!" And it's just like a way of him like at the auction just like putting in his bid, and he's like, we can't beat this guy, man, he keeps saying yaw. Yow. And then he like opens the locker and then Freddie Gibbs is in there with like a wig.
What? Really?
Nobody
He's in that
see
show?
nobody, and he just like slaps. Okay, this is not gonna make sense. You know, an Eric Andre show, which we'll talk about because there's a sample.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
When? Oh, I didn't think. Oh, you said that in Discord. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
we'll get
remember.
to that.
Where's the sound?
You know the sound where it's like a question mark, they go, "Boop, boop, 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 boop." And it's like, You ever seen that?
No, I don't remember.
Put that up here.
Odd Future, isn't it crazy that Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, Earl Sweatshirt, all from the same, like just childhood, teenage, they're from like the same area or whatever.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's so cool.
They're like three of the biggest artists and they all went really different directions.
Yeah.
How insane is that?
Especially Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Crazy different direction.
And even Earl and Tyler, like they're doing super different things. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was such a cool collective.
But did you ever listen to their old stuff? Because it was shit. It was so bad.
Oh, like Yonkers and stuff, but that wasn't really...
Yeah. Like they had like Odd Future tapes.
Oh, no.
And then like, look at Brockhampton. The albums are good.
So good.
Do you reckon any of them are going to have like solo careers at all?
No, so
Like this?
Matt Champion had some solo stuff before, I think.
Okay, and
Which I
Kevin
thought was
Abstract
good.
got plays as well.
Yes,
But like,
yes, he did.
are any of them going to be like Earl Sweatshirt, Tyler the Creator, like acclaimed, continue to have
I think if anyone
fame?
has a chance, it's Kevin.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not Joba. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, no one's going to listen to Joe.
Anyway, Lumberjack, meh. It's alright. What's the next one?
That's... Okay, Lumberjack is Hot Wind Blows. The
Yeah,
one
Hot
with
Wind Blows.
the... Oh, you knew it?
Yeah, I was
you
ready.
bastard.
You said you knew.
Yeah, I do know. But it's got Lil Wayne, who's the
Yeah.
greatest rapper ever.
This is the one that starts out like, we in Geneva.
Yes, yeah. And it's got
Yeah, I
some
told
flutes
ya.
going. Like,
Yeah, the flutes are awesome.
it sounds cool. The
I love the
instrumental of
flutes.
this song is good.
Yes.
Armor. Up on the boom, 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 jam.
Scooter Bada.
Scooter bada.
I don't like Lil Wayne's music by and large. I know you like his old stuff, but
No, he's just a good rapper overall.
it's just super boring. But on this song, I think he does really well.
Yeah, he's honestly good at just verses, dude. Which is so funny because people used to think he was like the death of rap.
Really?
Like back in 2005, they were like Lil Wayne, the worst rap ever. And then now, like 2013, and then now you listen to music. Even on this album, you listen to some of the other features, and they're just going, oh, there was a feature on one of the earlier songs where it goes like, Lil bass bitch, she gonna. I think it's on the Lumberjack. Oh, it's on the Cool song.
Lemonhead?
Lemonhead, yeah. It
Yeah.
goes like, little ass bitch going.
Oh, yeah, and he's like, dude, okay.
Yeah,
it's like
cooking up
Cardi.
crack.
It's like
Go
Cardi.
to- I'm bad, I'm gone. Like that kind of stuff. And it's like compared to Lil Wayne
Yeah.
back in the day, that's like so far removed from Tupac and
Yeah.
90s rap and shit like that. So.
Yeah. Did Lil Wayne, was he auto-tuned? No.
He might have done
he
some,
do-
but he was just like pop rap, like
Yeah.
really commercial, like pardon me, somebody else to be.
Dancing on the dance floor with a couple bitches on head tone.
That's Danny Brown.
Okay. We say yeah on the head tone, we go Sonic and it crazy. Hot Wind Blows. Yeah. So like good flutes. Is that song? Is that the next song? I can't remember.
That sounds like a KFC ad or something.
It's like the flute that goes. I don't know, put that here.
I think everyone else would understand what you're saying, but I have no idea because I have no like musical lines. Oh yeah.
is that that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so like I like this song a lot. This is when I was like, okay, now the album's starting to get really good because you just had Lemonhead, Lumberjack, this song, and I was like, okay, great. These are all hits, I think.
Oh, Lumberjack sucks.
Yeah, I don't think it sucks, man. I think it's decent. It's like
It's not.
It's got a good beat behind. It's driving. It's still driving a little bit.
I guess, yeah. It's certainly better than the
like
first one.
Massa drives and Juggernaut.
Oh,
drives.
Massa is so good. Okay, is Massa the next
I
one?
think Massa's the next.
Massa is so good. Probably the
Massa's-
best song on the album.
I agree.
And it starts off like, the bit where he says like, I got too much self-respect, wash my hands before I piss. Like, I love that. Anyway, yeah, Massa.
Yeah, this track was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it starts off really cool and moody, and it's got like a cool bassy thing. It's different to every otother song that's happened so far.
Yeah.
And then it builds to this big like epiphany thing where he's like, they don't care about that stuff that he battles.
Yeah, this is like the
Tug
first
of war
like,
with-
this is like gnarly. This is like gnarly. The first time he gets like actually hard and like
Yeah.
This is good.
When he raps well. Yeah.
This is what Magic One, well, not yeah, what Magic One wanted to be. It was like my magic, and the beats like brr, brr.
Oh, right.
But this one's like actually hard.
Okay, what is the song where he says, people thought my nuance was a nuisance, and I'm like, fuck them. Okay, something Tyler does on this album. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know which song it is, but anyway, something Tyler does all over this album is he's like a really bad actor, and he does some bits.
He's actually wow.
Oh,
He's funny on Lotus Squad, but yeah, they're not acting well.
I've only seen him on Eric Andre show and then this, and he's like,
He's great on the Eric Andre show.
he's good, but he's a terrible actor.
He cries.
Uh,
When he cries, he's like
that bit's obviously. That bit's
his
great.
mouth is like
Oh my god! Okay,
he's like looking out.
when the bit on Wilshire happens, where he's like, "We cried in the back for hours," just clip of him like crying with Eric Andre farting next to his head.
Dude, Wilshire's too long. We'll get it.
No!
It's too long. You like Wilshire?
Yeah, I love Wilshire. It's great.
Whatever.
Tyler Creator all over this album. There's a lot of interludes where he pretends to speak like conversationally,
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
which is okay on usual rap albums, but he does this shit, and certain Englishmen do it, and I don't know why he does it. Where he's like, he says, and I was like, fuck that, fuck them. Like he like staggers over it. People think my nuance was a nuisance. You say the same bit twice.
But you think he's doing it intentionally?
Yeah, because he's trying to act like conversational, like, you know, I'm just like on the fly. I'm not reading off of a piece of paper that I've got right here.
Right.
And it sounds so bad.
Yeah.
He's such a bad actor. Every time he does it, I'm like, come on, Tyler. I'm being really negative, but this
No,
album's good.
no, that's fine.
Anyway, it pissed me
I
off.
mean, you give it a 5, so like 5's not good or bad.
That's true. Yeah, I got to say some negative things.
Oh wait, no, your rating system's fucked up. So a 5 is actually good.
5 is really good.
Out of 10, by the way, not out of 5. It's the worst. You know what? Pick me for the good scores, and then just, if you want a variety score, go with this one.
Listen to my scores if you're interested in listening to good music and you don't care about bad shit. Well, I'll give Igor a try, as I gave it a 6, even though he said, like, it's the worst. Like, I don't like this album.
I didn't say that! I didn't say that!
I thought we agreed about Igor. I remember when it came out, everyone was like,
No,
oh,
you said I hate this album, and I'm like, yeah, it's not as good as Flower Boy. I remember.
I'm going to chat logs here of me and Isaac speaking about Igor 3
And
years
now
ago.
show me editing them. Okay, great.
I forgot. Where are we up to? Okay, so we
This
just...
review is off the chain wax. Is this
Okay.
a new beer?
A different beer? Like a different taste?
No. Yeah, we just opened this. We've done Massa. Oh, yeah.
You've had too
run
much
it up.
coffee.
Dude, okay. First 30 seconds, cut it.
Which is the first 30 seconds? Is
Run
that
it
when he
up.
says nuance and nuisance?
Yeah, he's like talking.
I think that's when he says nuance and
Right.
nuisance, which is like, come on, dude. Like,
It's
really?
so-
How long did it take you to think of that one?
But when the beat drops at like 33.
We gonna run it up. Okay. Yeah.
Shit. So.
Which I'm running. It actually takes a while. Does
Yeah.
it take to 33 seconds?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Oh, I thought it was-
I mean, no, I
okay.
didn't take notes.
This is a conversational review.
This
We
is
would never do
spontaneous.
something that.
We would
Yeah.
never do it.
No.
No, this song's awesome too.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
You
Yeah. No.
You like everything on this album.
There's some really stuff. There's really stuff I really like. Yeah.
Is there anything that's like stellar songs? Because that's something I think is missing from this
Juggernaut's a
album.
pretty freaking good song. I like Juggernaut a lot.
Oh, is that the one where he
And
says?
Massa's really great.
Even last year, even more than Google said my net was.
Yeah. It's got the switch. It's got like that switch. And like,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good song.
it's a really good song. I
But-
love that. Also, the video to that is awesome.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
He's like falling down the sky, like falling from the sky like this, like a really bad green screen, and then he's like pulling a monster truck with himself on it. It's so dumb. It's really stupid.
Okay, that sounds good. His music videos are good. His skits just suck. There was another skit where he's just like mooching on some girl, and then his boyfriend picks up. I get that it's. We should talk about that. How.
Whoa!
And I'm like, oh, that ties into the album. But like,
Yeah.
why do you care about this shit? So... Okay, this album sounds like 1 month of experiences. He goes to
Yeah.
Geneva,
Yeah.
and he tries to steal someone's girl.
traveling out, like he's traveling around the globe.
But there's not that much that happens. He only talks about Geneva and this one girl. Okay, usually on his albums, he's just talking about shit,
No,
and
did
I'm
you
like, I
say
don't
the
know what you're
plan
talking
is to drive down to something?
like a place in America or something.
Yeah, California or some shit.
He talks about leaving California. It doesn't sound like much happens. Like, it's okay to talk about those experiences,
think
but he's
he-
just talking about the same experiences
No,
the whole
he's
album
on the
through.
trip with a girl, I think.
It just doesn't sound like there's that many things he talks about. He talks about bragging about cars, which is cool. It doesn't talk about that many different things. He talks about the same 2 experiences over and over.
Yeah.
I finally got out of my bubble and I went to Geneva and I experienced it. Come see the world with me, man.
Yeah.
And then he talks about, I'm a bad I tried to steal somebody's bitch because I'm a bad person. Like 2 things. It's a 2-thing album. Come on, man.
It's not a 2-thing album.
Talk about like Coke or something. I don't know. How it's ruining.
Make it a 3-thing album.
Yeah.
Coke as well.
Yeah.
No, it's not a 2-thing album. You're wrong. It's limited though.
There's not many things.
There's not a lot of things, no. But I think one of the big themes about this album is like traveling and experiencing new stuff.
Okay, there's a line where the DJ, he says like, just too lavish to post on the grams or something. And I'm like, that sums it up. This guy sounds like an asshole whenever you talk about, oh, you got to travel the world. And then his
Yeah.
experience of traveling the world is like falling asleep on a jet. That's what traveling the world is. You're like buying a yacht.
Yeah.
That's what traveling the world is.
Do you want a theory?
How is that enlightening for you to, I'm getting out of my bubble and remaining an incredibly, rich person?
Oh, right.
Like, I'm not like
It's not really out of your bubble. You're just rich somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, and you're like, hey, come see the world. You got to experience it. How is anyone else going to experience that
Yeah.
shit, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, do you want a theory though?
Yeah.
That Mr. Baudelaire is like, it's like an alternate personality.
Oh.
And so the guy yelling is Mr. Baudelaire.
But the guy yelling says, you might call him Tyler, but you can call him Tyler Baudelaire, like he's talking about someone else.
Okay, well then that.
And they also do address the guy yelling as he's DJ Drama or DJ The Fuck, I think, which is great.
DJ the fuck.
Which is a great name.
DJ the fuck.
Have you looked up anything about this album?
No.
That's so cool. I didn't either. I have no idea what the reception to this album is.
Oh, no, it must be good. It has to be good. Because there's nothing bad enough on this album to be bad. And if it's just a little bit good, it's going to be amazing because it's Tyler, the Creator. Everyone's going to think like it's amazing.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Cherry Bomb got bad reviews, but
Yeah, but that's old
it was
Tyler.
bad It was old Tyler as well. He always got
Yeah.
bad reviews.
Yeah, because he was edgy and people were like, don't say the F word.
Do you think this got better reviews than Flower Boy or Igor? Let's say rate your music score.
Ooh.
Do you think it's higher or lower?
Does Rhyme like Igor?
Yes, but I don't know if they like it more than Flower Boy. It's around the same.
I think Igor's going to be as high as critical album. This will be worse.
This will be worse than both? I think it'll be worse than both. I think it's pretty high though.
What do you reckon? If Rhyme gives it, like, it'll give it like a 3.8 or something. 3.7 maybe.
I think it might be a 3.6. I don't think it'll be that high, which is not... 3.6 is like...
That's still insane.
That's like 25 of the year.
Yeah.
Number 25 of the year.
Yeah.
Like a good album, but Igor is like number one with
Yes.
a 3.8 or something.
Yes, Igor was huge.
There was some other
No,
thing I wanted
Rhyme's
to-
gonna love this. But the problem is, I don't see any really big problems with this album. I think maybe the only problem it runs into is that sometimes it's a little bit limited, and it does the long songs that are big, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more ambitious in there somewhere.
I guess, yeah.
A little
yeah.
bit.
It's just a bunch of songs kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I think album doesn't have a great like identity. It doesn't have an atmosphere that sets it apart from other albums.
It's got an identity, but yeah.
Not as much as Flower Boy.
No.
Not even as much as Igor. As much as I dislike it, like albums have some
Oh, yeah.
feeling. Even if they're mixing it up, doing a bunch of different things on an album, they have their own like
I don't know.
planet that you're visiting.
There's something about the instrumentation of being kind of like, and then like all the kind of horns and woodwinds. There's something really like raw and authentic about it. And I know raw and authentic, they are buzzwords. But seriously, they mean something here. Like the timbre of all the instruments, it's so realistic. It's like they just sampled real instruments. And there was
That is
something-
cool.
There's something weird about that he
Okay.
didn't really do for the other albums. They were
I guess
all-
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's just the album cover that's biasing me
See,
because
I
Flower
like
Boy
the
has
album cover.
Okay, that's a weakness of the album. Is the album cover is shit, and we both agree. And then there's some songs that suck. I think it's got a kind of weak atmosphere as an album altogether. He doesn't talk about too many different things. It's kind of thematically one album.
Yeah, but it's about...
It's about two things. It's about two life
What do you
experiences.
think the two things are?
Can you imagine I went
it's
to
kind of
like
about- it's about
Ipswich
traveling and it's
then I
about-
made an album about going to Ipswich.
But it's not that, because they go a bit further than Ipswich.
If I go to Jakarta,
Ipswich is a place in Australia. It's like
everyone knows Ipswich. The number one,
Don't.
the number one women's tennis singles player in the world is from
Ash?
Ipswich. Is her name Ash?
She just got the. She's in the Wimbledon.
Oh
finals.
yeah. She's from Ipswich, so of course everyone is
fucking-
familiar.
God bless that beautiful woman. Yeah. So you think it's about two things? Yeah. No, kinda. It's like I really like the instrumentation, and I think it adds lots to the atmosphere, which I've already said. But there's something about this album that it's in my head. Each song is kind of a new place. It feels like that. It feels
But
like,
there's so many songs where he revisits the thing where he stole somebody's girl. So many.
yeah,
songs.
that's like in there, and then it kind of.
I'm okay with him
Reveal
talking
story.
about that for a couple songs, especially because there's two really good songs where he talks about that. I know it's Wilshire, and then one of the other ones where he talks about it. It's good, but
last one.
I don't know.
Okay, great.
Idea.
So you know what
Okay.
else is wrong? Manifesto, in your opinion of it.
Is that the next song?
Yes.
Okay, what was the previous one? Run It Up? Okay, yeah, Run It Up was okay. Manifesto fucking sucks.
Why?
Domo Genesis sucks.
Why?
His first verse is really boring. The beat is awful. This is like Alchemist type beat, where it's just like...
No, it's not Alchemist type
Alchemist.
Wait, is this the Yes, this is the Eric Andre feature. So where it goes like and the drums go yeah, that stuff. That's from Eric Andre.
All of
Bluff.
it?
It's from Bluff. The first Benjamin Butthole Assassins or whatever.
What are you talking about? I've seen every episode of the show.
No. So you know how he released an album called Bluff?
Oh,
Yes.
what? Are you serious?
They must have both been from the same original album because there's no way Tyler the Creator stole off Eric Andre.
Oh, so they both sampled the same thing.
It has to be, right?
Okay, right. Yeah. I will look it up. Okay, yeah.
You have to look that up because like when I first heard that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's Bluff."
He sampled Bluff.
That's unbelievable.
Okay.
Sweet and
Oh yeah.
I thought you wanted to dance.
So this is one of the long songs, but it's basically two different songs.
This one was good.
Sweet.
The first half. No, wait, you like the second half?
Yes, yeah. The second half is so good.
This is always our thing.
The second half might be better.
I like this first half way more. The first half has such a good R&B funk to it, such a good groove.
Same shit for 4 minutes.
No,
It's
and then the drums in the next half, I don't vibe to it the same way. The first half, I'm like, I'm in this. I'm like, yeah, I'm grooving. And the
you and
second
your
half, I'm
fucking
like,
drums.
eh.
The second half has such a good opening because it's like there's like this. Okay, so they transition into the "What did you think?" Boom, boom, boom. It's like this groovy thing, and then
Yeah.
there's like this air horn that's like wow,
Yeah.
and then someone goes
Second half.
and someone in the background goes like "Run the time" or something. It's so funny to me as soon as it happens, and then someone starts singing "What did you think?" That's honestly such a hilarious song. No, and then his verse, it has such a great like. So there's this girl that comes in saying like, "We need time. It takes a little time to break or whatever or something," and then it's good, and then it goes into his verse, and his verse is so fucking good. His
remember it being
verse
that good.
is the best verse on the album. I don't remember any of the lyrics, but I swear to God,
Okay.
it actually is. The best verse. What
Actually
does he
good.
say? Oh fuck! I gotta cope with losing now. Fuck, something like that.
Right.
Oh, what the fuck you got that I got that I don't got a lot of? Battle. It's good. It's a good verse. This is the "See You Again" of the album, and it honestly might be better than "See You Again"
No,
because "See You Again"
no.
has a great rap verse in there,
Mass is the "See You Again" of the album.
as in the best song.
Yes.
Well, "Forward's" the best song on Flower Boy.
You think "Forward's" the best
Yes.
song?
Yeah.
It's not the best song.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
good. Well, we have different opinions. We're not going to do the show anymore. Sweet. Oh yeah, he's in this song. In this song, he talks about sweet potatoes. He's like,
No way, really?
He's like, just sweet like honey, sweet potatoes.
He doesn't rap in "Sweet" though. So is this in the singing part or
This,
whatever?
it's like in the first half, I think he says like sweet potatoes. He definitely says, which I thought was funny. I was like,
Okay.
oh, sweet potatoes.
It's pretty funny.
Which
yeah.
are like, they're not that sweet. They're just like a not potato.
Yeah, you're sweet like sweet potatoes. Is like you're kind
Maybe
of
sucks,
you're
man.
a bit Swedish. You're a little sweet. You're so good to me. Yeah. Is that the second half? What
good to
did you
me.
think? Oh no,
Sweet
the second
potato.
half where he's like, I'm looking at old photos. Thought you wanted to dance. Thought you wanted to dance. Such a good rap song. You need to listen to that again because you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Oh,
about.
listen again. I really liked the second half. Kind of lost me in the That's really like the first half. Lost me in the second half a little bit. I'll re-listen.
I'm amazed because you have like no attention span, and the first half goes for like 4.5
Imagine
minutes.
saying that when I gave Ascending Fourths like such
That's
a
actually
good,
that is pretty
like
impressive.
10-minute song. I love that song.
Oh, Diamond Stuff, which is just like, it goes for 2 minutes. Oh, I can't even take it.
Sometimes if an idea is trying, as in wasting my time.
Wilshire, it's like, I can't even pay attention.
9-minute rap song, but it's the same.
It's worth.
It's the same. What am I trying to say? Intonation, cadence. It's like the same cadence the whole way through for 9 minutes, bro. I like Leaving LA by Father John Misty, which is exactly that. This Lost Me didn't do that. But Wilshire's not next. So
Let's listen.
shut up. We're gonna do Rise Good. Wait.
Rise.
Yeah, Rise.
This is just Run It Up too, and it's
I
kind of
liked it.
worse. Oh, you like every song.
Yeah, but it was good.
You madman. You can't like everything. How are you going to be a reviewer? You got to give like a 0 to something.
Oh, your pulse is rising so.
It's so positive.
Holy shit! When you tense, your neck thing like sticks out.
Oh, shit.
guy's
It's
huge.
just tense constantly.
Don't go.
What are we talking
please
about?
just
Rise.
say.
Oh yeah, please don't go. Please don't go. Yeah, please just stay.
Stay.
So that's
I
good.
like-
And
I
then
like that,
When
yeah.
I rise to the
Go.
top, this is the song where DJ Drama loses me. Like DJ Drama,
Okay.
I don't really like you. But then this song, you're like, fuck off. When he's like,
Why'd he lose you?
You didn't think we was gonna be here, but we're on top.
Yeah.
For you, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
But for us,
When
the
there's
sky's
some-
just what we stand on.
There's some shit about like where the hype men are like saying something and they're telling you what to think. It's just like, oh, you didn't think we'd get here?
Yeah.
Or what? What's wrong? You thinking something?
Yeah.
What? We're here to listen, man. We're just observing this shit.
Especially because Eagle was like 2 years ago. Like, how is this like, whoa, some big hype? You didn't think we were gonna release an album? Like, oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, we were expecting Tyler to drop an album, man.
Yeah.
He dropped like one of the biggest albums of like the last 2 years. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it was a good song. I liked it. Here's the deal. None of these songs I was like, yeah, gross. I don't
What
like
about
it.
So Baudelaire? What about
All-
Corso?
Yeah. So some of the songs like they're like 5s where I'm like, yeah.
So Wilshire is your least favorite song?
No, I didn't say that, but it's too long. Which I did say.
That's the only. I guess it's not the only negative complaint you've had.
No, and then the.
Your least favorite are actually my favorites, I think. Like I thought you wanted to dance in Wilshire. How does this happen every time?
I didn't say I think You Wanted to Dance was my least favorite.
What is your least favorite? Because you said positive things about every other one.
My least favorite is either Mr. Baudelaire, because it's just kind of air.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about that. Baudelaire's a poet, right? You're the word guy.
Oh.
You know
yeah.
about poetry.
He said, "Hypocrite reader, my brother." Put that here. He wrote "Flowers of Evil," I think, which is a famous.
So why is he
I don't
calling himself
fucking
Baudelaire?
know.
What is
You know
he
what?
like? Oh, I'm
you know
a
what
poet.
I think he just likes the name Baudelaire. This is what I think Tyler does. I don't think he's a deep thinker when it comes to like aesthetics and how he looks. You know what I mean? It's so much like of his skits and stuff. He's like, "This is my idea for a skit. This is my idea for a skit. This is my Tyler the Creator."
This is my idea for a skit.
No, it's more nasal.
No, but it's so deep. It's not like a nerd voice. It's like.
Shut up.
Do you remember that bit on the next song? But like his mum talks. He's like, she's like, "Am I lying?" And he's like,
Oh yeah.
You have no reason to. It sounds like someone like Darth Vader speaking or something. You have no reason. It's insanely deep, dude. You have no reason to. I was born. That's okay. So you're gonna fart on the desk, and I'm gonna cry in the chair. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, we talked about Rise. Next is Juggernaut.
I thought it was Mama Talk. You skipped
Yeah, I skipped that because it's shit.
it. He's daddy fine. He's mama fine. Bitch, why do you think? I like that.
It's a minute and a bit long.
It's a bit too long, but I like when his mum comes, and especially the bit where they're like, "Am I lying? You have no reason to." And he comes in like that. That's so awesome. Tyler Mama crazy.
If that's a song, that's my least favorite song.
And yeah, it doesn't count as a song.
Well, there you go. Juggernaut. This song is but wait, let me hang on. Yes. So you can cut to this. Banger.
Could you play this at a party though?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think it could.
Okay.
It's got like a good beat to it, which I'm crazy about the beat. I'm crazy about the drum beats. It's got such a good driving beat. It's got good features, good verses on it, good instrumentation.
You like Lil Ugly,
Lil
Lil
Vert.
Uzi Vert, Lil Ugly Vert.
Lil Uzi Mane. Yeah, I like him because his solo stuff I do not like at all.
Yeah.
But like him on this, it's great.
Do you like him on the earlier song where he says like, what does he say?
Uzi's on an earlier song.
Yeah, he's on What's Your Name? He's like, What is your name? What are you brang? Oh, there's a great line where he says, like, it's a beautiful scene, and it probably end with me getting sucked off. And then he says, like, wow. And I'm like, is that the sound you make? It's a great
He's
bit.
going, wow.
It's so great how all the autotune rappers like just make sounds when they're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna end it with the sound. Or he goes, oh, no. Even Lil Wayne does it, where he's like, and then he goes, yeah, mula, or something like that.
Yeah, mula.
What is his verse on this album? I forget. On Juggernaut, I mean.
I can't remember.
No,
Because
what
I
is it?
haven't listened to one.
I know Pharrell's verse because he has some good lines.
Yeah, Pharrell can rap.
Yeah.
Pharrell can rap.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I was expecting like, clap along if you feel like a roof without a roof.
He used to be part of a rap crew called NERD, a rap crew.
Wait, did he rap in NERD?
Oh shit, maybe not.
I knew he produced. He's like, wait a minute.
I think he did rap. Honestly. Talking about. Why did he call himself? No.
I had a point. Do you have a point now?
It was something unrelated. Okay, when he says the line on
point.
What's Your Name, like, let's go to Cannes, watch some indie movies that you never heard of.
I like that, yeah.
He's a dickhead. He's an arrogant dickhead.
Yes,
when you were like, he
but
doesn't
it's
think about
intentional.
anything. No,
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, I think he's like, yeah, because he's a flight of
Oh,
conscience.
I've heard of these movies. Like,
Because
what? Okay.
he's going on this trip. I think half of the thing is he's going on
We're
this
in
trip with a
Geneva.
girl, and he just wants to have an escape. But then
With the
part of him
girl,
still
when he
remembers.
describes the girl part in Wilshire, he's not like, oh, I'm going on a trip with her. He's talking about all different bits where he hangs out with her for a week. You're in my city, we're over there. I think that's all America
But this album,
based.
I think, it's about escape. It's escapism. Call me if you get lost. He wants to get lost on purpose.
Yeah.
It's about losing yourself and then kind of being away from it all, but then still being tied to the stuff you wanted to leave. I think that's kind of fair with a lot of this stuff. But this is a Juggernaut. This is when I knew, like, oh, this album's good.
After you'd been through 8 songs that you liked
I
and
was
had
like,
nothing
good,
bad
no,
to
'cause
say
I-
about.
Yes.
You positive ninny, positive Polly.
This is when I knew I was like, okay, even if the other 2 songs are like really bad, this album's still going to be fairly decent. Like he can't fuck it up too bad from here, and he does.
Yeah.
The last two songs are actually really good.
Safari's whatever. Safari's so
I like
skippable.
Safari.
Yeah, it's just more of the same song. It sounds like another offcut. Like, you threw together
I
some
like the
song.
instrumentation.
I like the instrumental.
Yeah.
I do for sure. And
wait,
his
is that-
verse is honestly good. So I don't know what I dislike about it, but
This is what I don't like about Safari. So actually, I like the song majority. I wanted drums. Where were the drums? There were no drums on that. And
that's interesting.
I'd like-
He's trying something different.
I was like 25 seconds.
Wah, wah, wah,
Yeah,
wah.
but it lacks an urgency, lacks
guess,
a consistency. I don't know. I want some drums on that track, for sure.
You're a drum whore. All you're talking about is drums
It's
all
true.
over this.
I love drums. And Black Midi, they're the best
Yeah,
drum
right.
ever.
Yeah, you were just talking about drums in the other review.
I love
in the
drums.
lost secret review that you'll never see.
You'll never see it. Even on Patreon for $500 will never give it to you.
Yeah, we'll tell you that we will, but we won't.
No.
Dude, I was watching this movie. Okay, 5 minutes, cut the next 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about the falls.
Wait, I have to pee really bad.
Okay, right.
Hold the falls. Right, it's just you and me. Josh, when you see this footage, you gotta fucking tell me, man. I gotta tell you something. You gotta put my book up here. I gotta sell this. I gotta sell these books. I got like 20, or I've got like 20,000 in my house, right? You gotta sell these fucking books, man. They're blocking my entryway. I can't even get in. It's a fire hazard, man. There's a fire in the house, A, the alarms don't work because the house is too old, and we can't find any AA batteries. And two, if the fire does happen, then I'm fucked, man. And the box are gonna burn because the pages, they're flammable, and the books are gonna burn, and all my stuff is gonna go up in flames. You gotta fucking sell my book, man. Put my book up here. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do this shit, because if you don't, then I won't earn any money. And if I don't earn any money, I'm going to be homeless, and then we won't be able to do this stuff anymore. And I think this thing has legs, man. I think this thing really has legs. I think this thing has proper fucking large legs. Femurs, patellas, the whole 9 yards. So you got to do that for me, man. Thanks, man. Wilshire, meh?
Yeah, good song, good song.
I said meh?
Great verses, but he has a lot of interludes where he talks about and he does the acting thing. You know how I was talking about the poor acting thing before, where he was like, I say roots because we on the surface, and they be fucking, that kind of stuff.
And the stammers
and it's like, wow, you sound like so conversational, when really it's like, yeah. I know he had to mix up the verse because, you can't rap for 9 minutes.
Correct.
And it's kind of okay. I still think it's one of the best songs on the album, but I'm like, come on, couldn't you say something of worth in those interludes when you do the talking things, instead of just nothing? Instead of just, in that last line, I said surface. It's like a Rap Genius clip.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I get it. But
It's
then,
annoying.
In Rap Genius, at least he's actually normal, then. He's not making up fake stuff. I'll be honest,
He's not faking it.
I didn't notice the fake stuff. I didn't like the
And they'd be
interludes.
like, my nuance is a nuisance, and I'd be like, fuck them.
You know what? It's kind of interesting. It's like he could say that his nuances are that his interludes are his nuances, and you don't like his nuances, right? The nuances he does in speech, as in fake stammer, it's kind of a nuance, right? Hear me out.
I'm saying it's a nuisance.
Yeah.
I guess.
So
yeah,
you're
actually.
the guy he's talking about.
I guess so.
You're a hater. Yeah.
People are going to think we've been reviewing for 6 hours. The sun's changed, all the lighting.
I like it. I think it's funny. The song's too long. Cut a bit of music.
I like all the verses. I like all the things he says on
You
it.
didn't
And
get
honestly, I
bored?
could
I
listen
got
to it all the way
bored,
through.
man.
No, because I was usually I listen to music while doing something else. This album is pretty entertaining. So I was able to listen to this music while doing other things, while not doing anything else. I have a low attention span. But anyway, Wilshire, I was listening through the whole thing, and I was like,
You were fine.
yeah, it's interesting. Every verse he says, it's a really good verse, because he's very
It's fun.
sincere all the way through.
And he's
talking about
that's
interesting.
good.
Every bit of it is interesting. It's telling a story.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that everywhere else on this album, he's telling the same story about this one girl that he tried to hook up with. And
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
it's kind of left out the details. Wilshire gives you the
until
details.
yeah, that's
which is
true.
cool.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And I think if it were just Wilshire and I Thought You Wanted to Dance, where he talks about it a little bit in a different kind of way, which I like, that's cool.
Hello, Josh. I'm here with you on the table. Okay, we're talking about bitches. It's kind of Kiwi, but not really. We're talking about bitches.
It is Kiwi, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
That was good. That was solid.
There's something there.
That was really good, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so the album review. Which
Well, we've finished
Get back.
the album, so we're just
No, we
talking about
didn't.
We have. Oh, Safari.
Yes.
We basically talked about
wait,
Safari.
we talking about Safari?
This song is boring. It's weird.
Where are the
because
drums? Where are the drums? Where are the drums?
Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I like
Yeah.
his first verse, and I like the instrumental kind of, not really. So I'm like, yeah,
I like the
maybe it
instrumental.
needs
The
drums.
instrumental's cool.
I don't think I'd really care about this song though. It doesn't have some big thing that invests you in it. It's a fine song, and maybe it could be improved a little bit, but as it is, it's blah, 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 blah.
Alright.
I don't care about this song. I don't care about the first 2 songs, the final song, and a few of the others. But
It's a vibe.
This is honestly has a lot of decent songs at least.
Yeah,
that I would come back to.
There
But
are some fine. Every single song is at least
most of the songs are at least in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
But there's nothing stellar, unfortunately.
I think I agree.
There's nothing that stands out. Forward, Who Dat Boy, See You Again, even Garden Shed.
Yeah, potholes even. Potholes,
Yeah, even some. Oh, what's the one? When That Flower Blooms or something, where he's like, I rock, I roll, I room, I glow,
I glow.
I glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's great.
Yeah.
And I think it might be better than everything on this. It honestly, Flower Boy sounded so competent.
So,
it sounded
yeah.
like someone
Yeah.
who really knew what they were doing for some random album.
Yeah.
And yet it's Tyler, and all of his other albums sound sort
I'll say that.
iffy.
I'll-
Even though he's very
yeah.
talented, they sound sort of iffy.
So I agree. So like I know your point is that he's talking about 2 things, and I'm saying he's talking about more than that. It's very limited in what it talks about. So I agree with you there. I'd love to see. I think I said this before. I'd love to see like more ambitious stuff tried. It's like super safe album. Because like every song, it's like at least listenable. It's fine. There's a lot of short songs, so you won't get bored. You know, it's like a fine album.
It sounds like he's going back to what he's good at, what he already knows how to
Yeah.
do. Which is fair because he tried something new and it turned out as Igor, which was trash.
which you hate but critics love. So, yeah. So, Josh, do you want to change your score? Are you happy with your score? You think it's a 5 after we've discussed this stuff, and then give me like a wrap up of your review. Of
Okay, yeah. For me, a 6 has to have some really good songs that go for it. And that means that some 6s are technically worse than some 5s because they have some really good songs. It's fucked up. I don't know how to review albums. But yeah, so this is still a 5 for me. My wrap up is Tyler, get good. You're pretty talented, but this album, I don't know, it doesn't do that much. It's good. I'll come back to it probably. Not really. I don't know.
Okay.
This is not the kind of album that I would listen to over and over like 20 times in a month, you know? The kind of album that you get into, like Flower Boy.
I agree.
It's not there.
No, oh, it's definitely not Flower Boy. Let's not even go there.
Shut up. It's not Flower Boy. No, I was saying you were saying that to me, basically. No, you. I was quoting you.
Yeah, so I agree with a lot of your points. I just think we value different things higher and lower than each other. This album is good. I think it's a good album. I think it's highly listenable. I think it's safe. I think it knows it's safe. I think it plays to that. And I think a lot of the songs are just okay. And then you've got some really good ones. You've got Massa. You've got Juggernaut. You've got Hot Wind Blows is also really good as well. These are good songs. Yeah, I think it's fine. I agree with you actually that you said you won't be going back to listen. You might be going back to listen to this, but you won't put it on repeat 20 times.
Yeah, I remember listening to Flower Boy for like so much in
On
3
repeat.
months. Yeah.
There were bangers, and each banger had complexity to it. There's a lack of complexity with this album that people might just gravitate towards.
There's a lot going on though. It's entertaining. And there's a lot
agree.
of things that happen every song.
And there's like little pockets of songs that's short. You know, you can just kind of listen to one and not. It's not a big commitment. It's like a 6-minute song. I think it's a great album. It's not as good as Flower Boy, and it's better than Eagle.
Yeah.
But in the direction, aesthetically, it's closer to Flower Boy, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Tyler, you come off as an arsehole.
Yeah, Tyler.
An arsehole.
Why don't you dress properly, huh? Get a job. Join in.
You're misrepresenting me. I don't agree with you. We are the bums. You should join us and dress poorly and not have a job.
Yes.
Because we are the bums.
This has been our bums. This has been our first episode. If you like, comment, subscribe, cut this. This has been All Bums. This is Josh the Bum, Isaac the Bum. We're a couple of bums. Thanks, guys, for listening to Our Bums first episode. This is our first time doing this, and we had a great time. Josh, any final words before I kill you?
Thank you.
And have a great night, or evening, or day. And night and evening are synonyms. Cheers. Fucking bitch.